Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we have some new products from Milani, and I'm excited to try these products because I'm always rooting for Milani to bring me something that really wows me. I have tried a lot from Milani and I really like Milani, but I don't really love Milani. Like, I don't have anything from Milani that I would consider like a holy grail or a favorite. Everything I've tried from them, it's been like good, but not amazing. I don't live for it. So it's just not been a dominant brand at the drugstore for me personally anyways. And when I say it's not a dominant brand for me, I just mean that, like, you know, take L'Oreal for example. L'Oreal makes some of my favorite makeup products, period. Not drugstore makeup products, but some of my favorite makeup products, period. And Maybelline makes one of my favorite concealers, period. So anyways, I just mean that it's not dominant because there is nothing in my collection from Milani that I would call a favorite. It always kind of falls just like middle of the pack for me. So anyways, I'm always kind of like looking to see what Milani is going to come out with next, and I'm always eager to try more from Milani. And when they came out with this hydrating skin tint, I was kind of like, ooh, you know, it's like a good season for a hydrating skin tint. It's like winter. So I was pretty stoked to see this. For some reason, I thought that it had SPF in it when I bought it, and now I have it in my hand right here, and I'm not seeing anything about SPF. So I don't know why I thought that. I'm kind of bummed, not gonna lie. But let's see, 29% squalene or squalene, I don't know how you say that. Now, I know that squalene is a good product. It's one of the, you know, it's one of the good ones in skincare. I don't know exactly what the benefits of it are, but I know it's a good one. I think it's just like hydrating. I don't know. Then it's got like plus electrolytes, which based on my understanding of what electrolytes are and what they do, I don't know how that's going to benefit the skin in any way. And then we've got coconut water blend, and then all of that stuff in a different language. So I wish it had SPF. I'm still gonna try it, of course. I don't know that I would have bought this though if I didn't for some reason think that there was SPF in it. Also, this came in 4 shades. The only thing that I will say, like the shade range, although it was only 4, it was pretty even across the board. It was fair to light, which is the shade that I got, fair to light, light to medium, medium to dark, dark to dark. I don't quite remember exactly what it was, but it was like, you know, there weren't like more white shades than there were deep shades, that type of a thing. It was like even, but there was only 4 of them. So anyways, I'm expecting very light coverage from this product. Now, I did already open it actually because I started recording this earlier and got cut off, so I had to start over. But the skin tint did come with a little, like, you know, those little foil looking things that you have to peel off the top of it in order to access the squeezy tube. You know what I'm talking about? And that is a very good thing, especially if they're going to be selling this in stores, because I cannot fathom why a brand, knowing how people act in a drugstore, like pick something up, use it, test it, touch it, lick it, whatever, and then just put it back. And shame on you if you do that. But also, I feel like brands should be smarter about the way that they package their products. Like, that is a very simple way to make sure that no one has opened it, is if that's off, it's been opened. If it's not off, it's not opened. And I just feel like that's a very simple solution to a very common problem. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. Normally, my preferred tool to apply my foundation is a sponge, a blending sponge, but because this is a tinted hydrator, whatever, I'm expecting not a lot of coverage, so I'm going to try and squeeze as much coverage out of it as I can by using a brush. We will see if that works or not. I really don't like using a brush to apply my foundation personally, and whenever I do, I kind of just always expect that I will want to go back over it with a sponge. Extremely sheer. I am normally more of a full coverage girl. I really just kind of like to cover everything up, cancel everything out. But there are those days when I want to just kind of throw something on and I don't have enough time to worry about if everything is like fully even and blended out. Because that's the double-edged sword of a full coverage foundation, is that if you like miss a spot or something, it's going to be seen. But with something like coverage like this, it's just quicker, it's just easier. So this is extremely light coverage, very light coverage. And I'm not saying that as a negative, because she claimed to have light coverage. Pretty dewy. I'm gonna go back in for a second layer with the brush just to see how it builds, if it builds. Ooh, look at me, I am shining. So it built its coverage a little bit. She really wants to just be sheer though. It's like really not giving much in the way of coverage, but as you can see, I'm definitely glowy. Definitely glowy, so that is something. Okay. Okay, but then I also got this product, was very intriguing to me. This is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. This came in 3 shades. I got the lightest one, which was 110 Pink Rose. And here's what it says about it. Instantly illuminates under eyes with micro fine pearls, 2-in-1 makeup and skincare with hyaluronic acid, caffeine, and color correcting pigments. Corrects dark circles, wear alone or underneath concealer. Let's put a little bit on and see what we think. I don't even know how much will be good to use. Okay. Okay. That did some canceling out of color, didn't it? Nice. I'm not gonna wear it alone. I'm planning on wearing it under concealer today. And my problem with my under eyes is they tend to dry out as the day goes on, especially if I set it with the wrong powder, girl. So yeah, you know what I should have done? I should have just done it on one eye and then not, and then I could have compared. Oh well, I know how my concealer normally wears. This is actually, okay, I really hope that this does well under concealer because this is actually, like, I did a lot on the eyes today, so I'm going to like fully make myself up. But between this like tinted hydrator and then the under eye tint, if I just set everything, I would not be mad about that complexion day because I mean it is canceling out under my eyes. It's kind of like a moisturizer texture. It's not like a concealer texture, you know? So I think that it is offering some additional hydration under my eye. It would be amazing if this turned out to be like my perfect under eye primer. Because I tried this technique that I saw on Alexandra Anele, I think that's how you say her name, on her channel. She basically just put eyeshadow primer, like eyelid primer, under her eyes and tested how concealer would wear over that. She said it went really well. I tried it. It did not go well for me. I may have used the wrong under eye primer for it, but yeah, it just did not go well for me. So the concealer is still definitely doing its job over here, but you can see how it's still like the color corrector has really color corrected the dark circle. Girl, I am shooketh right now. Cool beans. Let me finish up and I'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun. Here she is, and we're back. Okay, I think it's okay right now. It's definitely a little bit dewier than I A, am accustomed to, and B, typically go for, but that was the whole thing, was like a glow. It's a glow, like that's what it's called. So, you know, we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. I used 2 of my more favorite setting powders today, so if everything goes wrong, I know who to blame. And as far as like the concealer thing, my under eyes are actually looking pretty good right now. I think the true test will come like later in the day. Like as the day goes on, most of my face will start to produce oil except for my under eyes. Those guys will just get dry. So it takes any kind of moisture from my under eyes, puts it in the rest of my face. So they look really good right now. Oh, I'm excited. If this wears well, it's going to be fantastic. Because I did, so I mean, y'all saw, I put my concealer over and I did set my concealer and we're looking not even quite as dry as I typically look after I put the concealer on and then set it. So this might be like a game changer for me, you guys. Ooh, I'm excited. Like the video started all about this skin hydrator, but now I'm kind of like, she is something. Maybe. We have to see how it wears. So let's go do that. Hey y'all. So, okay. It is now the next day since you saw me. I ended up wearing this guy for about 13 hours yesterday. The day just like kind of got away from me. So I totally forgot to do a check-in. I totally forgot to check in at the end of the day. Anyways, starting with the tinted hydrator, it is fine. I'm not like in love with it. I'm not like amazed. It's not like changing anything about my life, but it's okay. I definitely will use it again. I think this will be great for days when I just want to go really light with the makeup, and especially during the winter when my skin is kind of more dry. This I think will be good. The only thing that I will say about it, I don't think that it's meant for super long wear, because even though I didn't do like a video check-in, I did like kind of check on it as the day went on. So by the end of the day, it had broken up and kind of settled in a lot of different places. I would say that it looked good for about like half the day, so 6 hours or so. And then when I checked on it again after that, that's when I kind of noticed, like you see these two lines when I wrinkle my forehead like that, it had really settled in those lines right there and was really like emphasizing them. It had really, I mean, my chin is just an absolute, like, it's ground zero right now. Like it is a war zone, but it had really broken up and kind of gotten disgusting looking under my chin. I can't get too mad at it for that because like I said, my chin is just a disaster right now, but it just really did not look good over my chin. It did settle into my smile lines and on the sides of my nose a little bit, but not too bad. So again, I would just say probably, you know, doesn't need to be worn for 12, 13 hours like I did yesterday. But I would say that it got me to about hour 6 or so just fine, and it looked good on the skin, and it maintained the finish. It maintained that glowy, luminous finish without making me look like oily and greasy. And yesterday it was raining all day. It was cold. It was like in the low 40s. It was windy. The conditions were not favorable, and it held it pretty well. So even though by hour 13 it was looking a little rough, it did fine, like for about half that, yeah. And then let's talk about this Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. I really like this. I think that this product is fantastic. I was talking all kinds of smack about Milani yesterday on how they don't have anything that I just absolutely love. They don't have anything that I would use over another brand, blah, 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 blah. This is definitely a unique product to me. I'm gonna do some research and see like what else is out there as far as like under eye primers. I'm calling it an under eye primer, even though it's like an under eye tint. For me, I'm using it more as a primer, I guess, because I put it on before I put my concealer on, and it really, really helped keep my concealer from drying out. And I always moisturize the heck out of my under eyes, and I always have trouble with it drying out. So I'm definitely going to continue using this as like an under eye primer for my concealer. Not only that, but it is a brightening under eye tint. So y'all saw when I applied it yesterday without any concealer on, just having this on, it did really color correct those dark circles and canceled it out and didn't provide a lot of coverage. But this is something, again, that I would wear on like a light day. I'm not trying to go do a full beat, or even just if I'm not wearing makeup, but I want to, like, you know, brighten up my under eyes and not look so unborn or whatever. So this is a really cool product. Have you guys tried this? Do you use an under eye primer? What under eye primer would you recommend? I know that Bobbi Brown has like a vitamin enriched face-based version of the under eye primer, but like I'm not trying to go broke, you know what I mean? So I don't remember exactly how much this was. I want to say like $11, $12. I'm gooped. I love it. I think it's so good. I'm so excited that I found this product, and I wasn't even gonna buy it, but I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's, you know, have something else to include in this video. It helps make it look a lot more natural under my under eyes, because sometimes if my under eyes get dried out, it like really emphasizes those lines there, and it just is very apparent that I like have makeup on, you know? This really helps keep it look natural and soft and smooth. I think that this is nifty. If you're gonna try this, or you have tried it, let me know what you thought about it, because I think it's a really cool product that I'm super pumped I discovered. That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back and watch another one again very soon. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.